viewers, iPhone unlocking chips. How do they work? What are the pros and cons? Do's and don'ts. How can I make money with this? Well, listen, I know you guys have questions, all right? I had heard about these chips on and off for over a year before I finally gave them a try. I just didn't fully understand it. The guys that were telling me about it seemed a little bit shady, and I just got turned off by it. And then when I finally did it, I was kicking myself in the ass that I wasn't doing it sooner, because it is literally the simplest thing in the world. You take a Sprint or T-Mobile or AT&T locked device and you activate it on another carrier. Now, we're not talking about blacklist because it doesn't work, but blocked for non-payment, that's the name of the game. You guys, I don't have to tell you, Sprint and T-Mobile will disconnect a device for non-payment. That is the number one way you're going to use this chip. So let's use the primary example. You got a Sprint iPhone and you want to put it on AT&T, or you want to put it on T-Mobile, or you want to put it on Metro, because those are the three choices that you have. It does not work with Verizon, and you can't take T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon phones and put them on Sprint. But you don't want to work with Sprint anyway. We'll talk about that later. So how it works, this little chip here, we're going to break this down in the end of the video and show you exactly how to insert it. There's a couple things. It's pretty basic. Make sure your iOS is completely up to date and that the phone isn't blacklisted. If there's an iCloud on it, make sure they know it. Once you've done that, you'll know how simple it is to put this chip in and program. You're like, all right, great, but I'm concerned Apple's going to patch it up and shut down the server. Okay. They could, which means you can no longer activate new devices. But everybody who has been activated, they're already activated. There's no turning back. Once you have bypassed the activation server, you're in. The only thing that would take that away would be a factory data reset. Don't do that. Just tell your customers, hey, I can unlock this for you. Don't factory data reset it, and don't take your SIM card out. Why would you do either one of those things? So that is literally, the other thing people bring up all the time is, oh, but you can't update it. You absolutely can. You update over Wi-Fi, through the air. If you plug it into a computer, that's not just an update. That is a restore, which is also a factory data reset. So of course you can't update through the computer, but why would you want to? It's not 2005. So with all that said, guys, you can make a ton of freaking money with these things. We charge $150 out of our store. If you don't have a store and you're running around, you can still charge that same amount. And you can always work back down to 100 because you're only going to pay $25 each if you want to start out with one just to prove it to yourself. But if you just want to take my word for it, jump in, you get 10 chips for $150. That's $15 a chip, and I recommend charging $150 per chip. Now, I don't need to be a mathematician to know that that makes fucking sense. So, who needs chips? Alright guys, this is how easy it is to unlock a carrier-locked phone using the iPhone unlocking chips that we provide. Alright, so just like the SIM card, it can only go in one way. There is a slit corner. Alright, and so what I'm going to do, this is an AT&T locked iPhone 8 Plus, and just to prove it to you, because we can do it pretty quick, this is a simple mobile SIM card. It's going to say SIM not supported, alright, because as I said, it is locked to AT&T. And so the moment it says SIM not supported, as you know, it's going to say, I'm going to pop it out, prove to you, you can do a carrier unlock in about 30 seconds time. This is the longest part of the video, waiting on that. Now that you know it is not an unlocked model, I'm going to go ahead and take that in there. You put the tail in first, all right, slide it down, it pops into place. Pretty simple. All right, goes in just like the SIM goes on top. Close it up. All right. The first thing you need to make sure, first of all, the phone can't be blacklisted. If someone's got an iCloud on there, they need to know the password. Okay, and it needs to be on the most recent version of iOS. Okay, so what we're going to do is pop it in, and a box is going to pop up. All right, in this box, I'm going to select ICCID activation. I'm going to select ICCID unlock. And then a box is going to come up here in a second. If it ever goes away, no big deal. Look, it delays sometimes and it comes back, not a big deal. Delete out whatever's in there, and on another phone, have your codes ready. All right, which you're going to find the code that I'm about to use listed, ICCID activation, ICCID unlock. This code is found in the description of this very YouTube video. All right, so I'm going to delete that out, 89014. All right, 10327. 04216 00107. Alright, send, accept, restart the phone, and it will bypass the activation server. That's it. No fucking around. Alright, you just look at all them purple chips. Oh, it's a lot of chips. So basically, like I said, the longest part of this video isn't the process, it's just restarting the phone. So once it comes back on, it's going to go right into the home screen. We're going to be calling, texting, we're going to be getting full LTE access. I'm going to start making one of these videos every day, and on YouTube it'll have the current date. iPhone unlocking instructions in English, April 8th, 2020, or whatever today is. Boom! Now tell me how we did that. Because these chips work.